Happy New Year's, guys. I hope you guys had a killer year last year. We're going to get started with this year with something new to the website, you guys. Something that I've been trying to work on for a long time now because you guys have been blowing me up on the DMs, emails, messages on YouTube, and it's really hard to keep up with you guys when I'm trying to do this stuff in the garage. But I got something on the website, gooseperformance.com. If you go to GP Talks, baby, we could actually talk one-on-one. If you guys are just now getting started with your build and you guys need some help getting started, hit me up on the website at gooseperformance.com. You guys can book your time slots now. So we can talk and chat, see what's going on with your build, kind of point you in the right direction, where to get parts, what parts to get, all that good stuff. Now you guys, like I said, gooseperformance.com. Book your time slot. It is new to the website, so make sure you guys book accordingly. I appreciate your guys' all questions, comments, everything. But like I said, it's just really hard to keep up with all of it. This will help me and help you guys a little bit more and navigate those builds and get them out of the garage and out in the street. But let me show you what we're working on the G-Body today. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, buddy, we are continuing on the G-Body project today. As a matter of fact, we've been working on plumbing. You guys remember the last video we were working on that intake, and I also finished up those side panels, but we're just still working on plumbing. I mean, we might as well be a plumber at this point, but we are gonna be doing some cooling also. I wanna show you guys what we're working on. Oh, you guys like that new swag, baby? Yeah, buddy. Make sure you guys hit gooseperformanceup.com. Gooseperformance.com. Grab your swag. As a matter of fact, look, I got my hoodie, man. It's freaking chill in here, man. I gotta throw my hoodie on, baby, because it's cold in here, and we gotta get down on the ground, and we gotta put in that right there, baby. Yeah, buddy. These things just came in. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the cooling that we're gonna be doing on this car, because obviously we are gonna be tracking the car a little bit, so we need extra cooling. So for one, we're gonna do power steering, and then we're gonna do oil cooler as well. And these guys make a really good product, but it's super affordable. That's the biggest thing, is I wanted to show you guys something very affordable that you can do at home, and it's not going to break the bank. Not to mention, they offer a nice mounting solution, but you got to take some measurements. So what we got going on today, we got the radiator in place, but we're going to need to kind of figure out where we're putting this stuff at. And I think I got a good idea, but let me show you. Look at that. You guys see those panels? Yeah, man. Remember when we worked on that? The last video, I went ahead and finished them up without you guys. The little bead roll there on the corners there, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. I couldn't get too much into it because of the lack of room up top, you know what I mean? And then you have the hole also for your hood latch. So it's kind of a little smaller area to do nothing too crazy with. Not to mention over here, if we did something on that corner, we weren't going to be able to do it on this corner. It wasn't going to match. But we're going to take those off later and get them off the paint, because we're still going to do the one for the front end. But let's get into this here. Now, I want to put them up front, obviously, to maximize the airflow. And I think we're going to put them, there's a gap. Let me show you. So I got the radiator here mocked up, but the radiator is basically going to live right there for the most part. Now, if we push this forward a little bit, we can see you have that gap right there, right? You kind of have like almost like it's just an empty space, probably where the condenser was at one point in its time. So we can put it right there. I'm thinking right there. So if we put it right there, I think it'll be out of the way. But let's open this stuff up real quick, and we can see what we're working on. You guys can obviously going to want to take measurements. We did a little bit of measurements before we ordered this stuff up. Matter of fact, let's do a little YouTube magic, huh? Bam! Look at that, you guys. Yeah, man, I like it. You know what I really like about this kit here? I should say, at least these particular coolers. So they have the options to give you the complementary fittings for the size line you're going to be running. And that really helps with the running around trying to figure out what size to put on that cooler. So we're going to do -6 for the power steering. And we're going to do, I believe it's a -10 for the oil. Now, these also are a perfect size, I think. Like I said, we did some measurements prior to this, but these are going to be perfect in that area. Not to mention, they do offer a bigger cooler if you guys need some crazy extreme cooling, depending on what you guys are doing with the car. But you can mount them remotely. Like you can mount them like in the back of the car. They don't have to be directly in any area where there's going to be airflow because they have built-in fans, but they're a lot more pricier. So this is something that you guys want to consider when you guys are looking for coolant for your car. But let me put this together because these actually will sit inside together, and then we'll sandwich it, and then we'll have one complete assembly. I'll show you guys. Damn, Gina. Yeah, man, I like that. That looks freaking sharp, you guys. I really like that. It's going to look nice and balanced in the car too as well. But let's see if we can get it in the car and see if we got a good spot for them. I think if our measurements are correct, we might be dead on. Really tight. It's going to be really tight. But another problem we're going to have is, if you notice, this radiator support, core support, it kind of falls short, and we're going to end up having it extended. I already kind of have these little extra plates in here. You see how I kind of got them mocked in here. We drilled a couple holes out using the existing basically hardware. We're going to add a few also, but we're using this existing hardware, or holes I should say, from these little braces, but we're going to basically have to extend that core support out for that thing to live in here. Here's a little bit of a better visual, you guys. That way you can kind of see what we're going to have to do. We're going to basically, like I said, have to add to this core support, bring it out a little bit, just enough for us to be able to bolt the cooler bracket in place. We're not going to have enough meat to bolt that actual bracket on, so we'll do that. We'll pull this off and start drilling, and maybe even put some dimples in here to strengthen this thing up. All right, you guys, so what I went ahead and did also without y'all, look at what I did there. Put some nut inserts on this guy here, instead of having a nut, having to hold it from the backside while we put the bolt on. That way we don't have to deal with that. So I went ahead and put some nut inserts in there. And I also went ahead and mounted our brackets, but I also painted them. You see that? Nice and painted with the nice coat of black paint. That way everything looks good up there. Obviously we went ahead and removed the actual braces that come in here so we can work on it a little bit better, this guy here. But I think I want to come up with something a little better than that thing. Hit me up on Instagram and I'll show you. But we can put this thing on and see what this thing looks like. Let me get some light in here so you guys can see too. Damn, Gina. Looks good, y'all. Looks good. I like it, man. I like it a lot. All we got left, like I said, we got to put these back on. But like I said, I don't know if I like these little freaking braces. These are kind of, they look silly. I don't know. We're going to come up with something better. But all we got left, I have the bolts in there for that right now, but we'll take them out. They're just in there for alignment purposes. But tell me what you guys think, man. That looks good. Like I said, all you got to do is add a few brackets, make something up for the side there to basically give you somewhere to bolt this bracket from Derale. That way you guys have a nice good base to mount that thing on. But I like it, you guys. We went ahead and put the flat bolts as well on this side, and remember we got the nut inserts on the actual bracket. That way when those braces come in here, you can see how this one's gonna be right where that brace is at. So that way this thing sits flat and it's not in the way. But I like it, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments below. Let me get another visual from the top. There you go. That should give you a better visual, you guys, as well. There should be plenty of room right there for the radiator with no issues. Should not hit. All we got to do is run our lines. So if you guys are interested, once again, I will link them down in the description below. But that's the 1000 series, okay? But also, guys, do me a favor, man. You guys hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. And guys, go cop some swag, man. We got some new shirts on the website, gooseperformance.com. And you guys already know, stay wrenching.